Anna Morris and James Morris are my great-grandparents, and so with us tonight, their daughter Janet is my grandmother, Nanny, and her husband Gail, and their two sons, Kevin and Matthew. Yeah, going in order. Then their families, so Twana goes with Kevin, their daughter Kelly, daughter-in-law Tammy, my mom, Matthew's wife, Nancy. It's going to be bad if I mess these people up. And then my sister's over here, Amy. And then my family hears me now, so they're beelining it back in here. My husband Mel and 3 little boys.
Okay, so here we go. Anna Satterthwaite Morris was born near Waynesville, Ohio on December 29th, 1901, one of 16 children. As a mother of almost 4, that seems horrible. Inconceivable. Of which were 2 sets of twins. She was one with her brother George. Her parents were Henry and Frances M. Vance Satterthwaite. She received a normal degree immediately following her graduation from high school. With this degree, she began her career as a teacher. Her first teaching job was in a one-room schoolhouse in Waynesville for a year, then on to Martinsville, Ohio for 4 years, then to Kingman, Ohio, then Wayne Township, Lee's Creek, Ohio, and finally Sabina Schools here in Sabina, Ohio, where she taught for 29 years. She graduated from Wilmington College in Wilmington, Ohio in 1960 with her bachelor's degree, and it was a very proud moment for Anna and her family. It was in Lee's Creek, Ohio that Anna met her husband, James Morris. James was born near Memphis, Ohio on April 10, 1901. His parents were Alonzo and Emma Bowers Morris. He had 2 sisters, Ethel Morris Harner and Edith Morris, and 1 brother, Lloyd. James and Anna were married on June 20th, 1925. James was a lifelong farmer, farming land for his Aunt Nett and Aunt Emma Morris. They had received the land through the Homesteaders Act. He was a racehorse starter and judge working with county fairs. As a starter, he rang a bell to start the race and also to stop it if problems arose. His daughter, Janet, my nanny, loved to go with him to start the races. The other judges in the box always gave her money to go and enjoy the fair. Janet also enjoyed accompanying her dad to the Leslie Brothers Grocery in Lee's Creek. There, she enjoyed a nickel Borden's ice cream cone, and her dad enjoyed visiting and joking with his farmer friends around the potbelly stove. In addition to teaching, Anna was a farm wife. They grew field crops and a garden. She and her sisters would can, preserving the harvest for the winter months. She also raised and dressed chickens. James and Anna had 3 children. Wayne, the oldest, farmed and ran a tiling company with Jack Bean. James, or Jim, began as a teacher and then later became the owner and manager of Clinton Asphalt, the second son. And then daughter Janet Morris Zimmerman was a farm wife and bookkeeper, working outside the home after her boys were older. Janet retired from the John Deere store in Hillsboro. Anna had 6 grandchildren, all of whom loved to go to her house. There was always ice cream bars and other treats, and as a great-grandchild, I also remember that, thanks to Uncle Wayne and his goodie drawer. They all loved their grandmother's cooking. Everything was always delicious. And she always had plenty of food. It didn't matter when you showed up or how many of there were with you. She was prepared. She was an avid Reds fan, Pete Rose being her favorite. She loved sitting on the porch listening to the games, sometimes acting as manager and coach. She loved the game and the Reds. They were probably better then. Yeah. Yes, they will hear that. Anna enjoyed traveling the U.S., including Hawaii and Alaska. She would travel in the summer, and after retirement, she and her teacher friends continued to travel. Anna was my favorite teacher, firm but always fair. I heard this, and I'm not sure who the compiler was, the writer, but the writer here heard this over and over from many people. Making papier-mâché globes and her papier-mâché dinosaurs was a big favorite also. One class remembers their dinosaur sitting out the classroom window on the flat roof. One student was very artistic and made the dinosaur look real. Another big favorite was reading a book after the lunch period. Anna read aloud at least 1 chapter a day. It was really special when she chose your book. She never sent a student to the principal's office. She handled the situation on the spot. She did say that when she got to the point when she had to involve the principal, she would retire. She did retire after 37 years, 29 of them here at Sabina Elementary. After retirement, she enjoyed playing bridge with her friends Catherine Murphy and Dorothy Henry. She was always willing to babysit her grandchildren. Her daughter-in-law, Barbara Morris, realized she would cancel plans or change appointments when asked to babysit. So Barbara began finding Anna's schedule and then asked her to babysit. James passed away on May 18, 1954 at the age of 53, and Anna passed away on June 2nd, 1992 at the age of 90. Nanny, do you want to add anything?
I could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
You know, there's many things, but
As a teacher myself, just thinking about her journey of teaching for so many years and then going back to college and her motto in the classroom, there's been many times when I've been struggling in my own classroom and have thought about how Grandma would have handled the situation, and that made the decision pretty clear. So thank you all.
I just remember one time when I was in the 6th grade in Indiana, I got to go visit her 6th grade class in Sabina one day. In fact, I rode with your mother, Aunt Mary, because she was still teaching in Sabina at that time. That's how I got there. And that's the first time I ever met Al Chance, who I see standing outside there. He was her class at that time. But that one day in her class made me very happy that I was only one day.
Well, she was one of my favorites.
Yes.
She wasn't that.
Yeah, and she was my brother Roger's favorite also.
Same
You
here.
can handle those two.
Yeah, that's right.
And Tom.
My story is, she would give, or at least the year I was there, you'd get a silver dollar keychain if you had the most 100s. Me and Penny Gray battled back and forth about the most 100s. And it was getting late here, and somehow or another I got this chocolate candy bar, and I didn't have anywhere to put it, so I put it in my pocket and forgot about it, and reached in about 4 hours later, and here's this keychain and this candy bar, which is just a big pile of chocolate goo, and she'd make this big deal out of trying to, when the other person would get it, she'd make this big deal, oh, now Penny Gray's going to get it. I thought, oh my gosh, I worked awful hard for about 2 days not to give up that keychain, because it was a wreck.
I remember doing those paper mache globes very distinctly. I mean, we had globes over the entire room. We also did stained glass windows when you're Christmas. Well, it would have been that year I was in 6th grade with her. So we covered the entire, would have been the north side of the room, all the windows in onion skin stained glass windows. And yes, the reading of a book after lunch was a big deal.
Well, I stayed there in the summertime. That was my summer home, because the time was the wartime, and my mother taught me around school, and we were in Washington, D.C., and my aunt and uncle would come and get me on the 4th of July and take me home, and I would go to see all my aunts and uncles, which I had 16, and so then I would go back to Aunt Anna's and stay all summer. And I enjoyed Jim so much because he wasn't like any farmer I knew. I didn't know that many farmers, but he made farming fun for me, and he would let me ride on the tractor sometimes, and of course combines didn't have cabs then, but I know one time I sat on his lap, and he was good to me, and he thought I was just fine. And I enjoyed my summers there for how long? Probably 6 or 7 years anyway. And then my brother got big enough that he came and spent the summers. And so it was a wonderful time. And I remember your grandpa Long. He tried your mother's patience if there was patience drawn. He was a man himself. I remember Long very, very well. I don't remember his wife very well. Maybe she died before I came home in the summer. I don't remember that. I don't remember her. I remember when they lived across the little house.
I can't hear everything you're saying.
And you guys, I want to say that Barbara Morris is here, who is Jim's wife. I just wanted to say that's Barbara Morris, who is Jim's wife.